Well, hello there, and here I am back from my cruise, and it's been an amazing experience, and I've eaten some incredible food. So I just thought it would be quite fun to select the 7 recipes, the 7 dishes that I enjoyed the most, that most impressed me whilst I was on my Italian sojourn. And I'm going to recreate my own interpretation of those dishes for you now. So we're going to start with a bottle of Limoncello to celebrate the Amalfi Coast, because we started off really, we set sail from Rome, but our first destination after that was Naples. So the Amalfi Coast, the wonderful lemons of that area that get turned into delicious limoncello, and we're going to make it into a tiramisu. So away we go. First thing we're going to do is make a little bit of a syrup, water and sugar. So I'm going to heat up 350 ml of water with 2 tablespoonfuls of caster sugar, and we're just going to bring those to a gentle boil and let those melt there. Now meanwhile, we've got to make our base. So egg yolks. This is 4 egg yolks in here. And instead of adding sugar, which is what you normally do, I'm actually going to sweeten this with some lemon curd. So I'm going to blend the lemon curd and the egg yolks together. And to that, I'm going to add mascarpone cheese. Now mascarpone is a byproduct of making Parmesan. When you make the Parmesan and you skim the milk at the beginning of the process, the cream that is skimmed off gets turned into mascarpone or butter. So out of every great big wheel of Parmigiano Reggiano, you get all these other wonderful things, and this is one of them. So mascarpone in with the egg yolk and the lemon curd. And you stir that together to get it going. It's already a wonderful colour, isn't it? This sounds like it's melted down. There we go. That's my little syrup, which I'm just going to pour into this bowl to cool off a little bit. And to help it cool off, I'll add in the limoncello. I'm going to do this by eye. And a splash in here. So this all gets blended together, and then in comes the whisk to make this wonderfully smooth. And it's a good idea to do this in a big bowl with a biggish whisk so that you can incorporate plenty of air and get this light as you work. Now, in this bowl, I've got a little bit of cream. I'm just going to whisk that until it's stiff. Oh, that took a little bit of effort, but there we are. Nice soft peak. So a little bit of that going in to help set the cream. And now you could stop here if you wanted to and use this as it is, but I quite like to add egg white actually, because I think it just makes it lighter and nicer. So my egg whites have been chilling in the fridge because that way they lift quicker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little trick. So this is my beautiful lemon. I've just cut off a piece of it, and I'm going to wipe the inside of the bowl where I'm going to whisk the egg whites so as to remove every possible trace of grease, okay? Because grease is the one thing. Grease and temperature are the 2 things that are going to stop your egg whites from whisking up quickly. So egg whites can go in there. Clean whisk. Wipe that with the lemon as well, just to make sure that there's no grease, and then away you go. And again, here we're looking for a soft peak to then fold into our mixture. So that's about where I want to be. Into our mixture. And that just gets folded together. Now, I'm going to add in a little bit of lemon zest. And I'm going to juice the lemon into my syrup. And just a bit of the zest as well in here. And now we're ready to assemble. This is the fun part. I've chosen 2 old-fashioned sundae glasses to make my tiramisu in, but you can make it in a pretty bowl. You can make it in a straight-sided vase in layers that looks quite good too. Here we go. We're going to dip the biscuits, the boudoir biscuits, in the syrup, and then they go on the bottom like this. Just make a nice even layer on the bottom so that everything else can be built on top. Some of this beautiful light mousse textured tiramisu on top, and then another layer of the biscuits, and then we finish it off. Now, tiramisu actually comes from the original recipe, comes from the region of Friuli in the northeast of Italy. So it's become kind of a national dessert, if you like, and is served naturally all over the country. But originally, the original recipe with the chocolate and the coffee comes from the north of Italy. But here we've really turned it into a southern belle with our lemon hit from the Amalfi Coast. Right, now my recommendation is that you refrigerate them like this and then do the garnishing just before you serve them. So we're going to pop them into the fridge as they are. And then when we come back, you'll see the finished dish with its little garnish on the top, because they need a little bit of time to set now. And now they've been in the fridge a little while, so they've set quite nicely. You can see they're quite solid. So I'm going to coat the top with a little bit of lemon zest. Now, you can use a zester like this, which gives you lovely long strips, which is really what you want. But if you haven't got one of those, you can use your microplane or your grater and you'll just get a finer grade. But using one of these allows you to get a little bit more creative at this point. So yeah, you just pull it along and create your little curls. Right, so when you've put enough of the lemon zest on top, however much you want really, you can then turn your attention to giving it a little pop of colour. And I'm going to use a herb to do that. And slightly controversially, I'm going to use basil. You could use mint, you could use chervil, but I'm going to go for basil because I love the combination of lemon and basil together. I think they really work. So I'm just going to go through this lovely fresh basil plant and I'm going to pick off some of the little central leaves. Oh, it immediately smells of the summer. There's that wonderful summer perfume. Right. I don't think they need anything else other than that. So you just need a spoon and buon appetito. Lemons from the Amalfi Coast in a tiramisu.